Hey guys, it's Kim and welcome back to episode 9 of my Leicester City career mode. Now today, we've got a few more games to play, obviously some Premier League matches, got West Brom, Newcastle, Watford and Man United, just a few of the games we've got coming up. And I won't necessarily be playing them all because I think we need to incorporate some games like Sim in there just to kind of get through the months a little bit quicker than what we've been doing recently. But this West Brom game, I feel we should be able to sim it, I think, through the calendar. So that's what we're just going to do straight away. Before I get into this episode, if we could go hit 20 likes on this video, it'd be really appreciated. Don't forget also to go subscribe as well if you haven't already. That'd be absolutely fantastic. And yes, let's move on now into November. And we are just going to sim the West Brom game. It's an away match. We could do with not losing this game. Although we obviously didn't do so well in the previous match that we lost to them in the Council 1 Cup. So how did we get on? We won 3-2, just about beating them in the away match there, and that puts us up to 4th, which is actually quite good, considering we haven't been doing too good in terms of our form. We've won 5, drawn 3, and lost 3 already, but we are actually 4th in the league somehow, so everyone else is obviously doing just as average, or just as bad, I suppose. Swansea, they've drawn 8 games out of the 11 that they've played, 8 matches, and the 10th. It's absolutely madness, and Liverpool are bottom with Spurs just above them with 1 point extra. It's a bit of a strange one at the moment. Man City in 12th as well. People are all over the place. West Ham and Watford close to the top, and same with Villa as well. So a very strange league at the start of November, as you can see. And let's move on into the youth squad report and see what sort of players we have to choose from to maybe try and promote. We don't really have anybody that stands out too much, to be honest, there, so we will leave it for now and wait until next month. Now onto the player drills, and we'll go with the exact same 5 players that we've been doing in recent weeks. Hopefully try and get a couple of them up this time round. Yeah, we've got some attributes going up there, as you can see. Ezekiel has gone up in his finishing, but other than that, no overall changes. And we'll move on to the next match, which is at Newcastle, I think, in the next game, maybe Watford. But first, actually, we've got a Chile offer. I'm actually going to reject that one. It's an interesting offer. It's a pretty good one, but I am going to reject it. Not really interested in taking up an international job as of yet. Okay, now to the next game. It is against Watford. Yes, again, I will be simming this one, but that's because I want to be playing the Man United and Newcastle games after this. So that's the reason why I'm simming that. But they are 3rd in the league, so they've been doing okay, actually, this season. We are going to sim. It's a home game. This is the team I've gone with. I think you can see everyone other than Jamie Vardy from that lineup. Let's get on with simming the match and see how we get on. We're obviously both just come up from the Championship, so it should be an interesting game, this one. But Watford have just beaten Arsenal 1-0 recently, but have had mixed results against Stoke and West Ham, I think it was. Let's see how we get on. 25 minutes in, still 0-0, and we haven't managed to get ourselves a goal yet. But they have after 35 minutes, and that is now 1-0. Into the second half, Camarasa has been brought on for Danny Drinkwater, and Dyer's also been brought on. Okazaki makes it 1-1. That's a very important goal for us. 10 minutes left. Can we find a second goal, possibly? No, it finishes 1-1, and as far as I'm concerned, we probably have dropped 2 points there, but at least it wasn't a loss after we didn't get off to a good start in the first half. So we remain 5th place, still in the European places, which is quite good after 12 games, but there is still progress to be made there, obviously, from the Newcastle and Man United games that we've got coming up that I'll be playing. They will be tough matches, though, so I'm not really expecting to find those too easy. We've got Dragowski going up there to 73 overall, again going up, so looks very good, and we'll definitely be rivaling Schmeichel probably next season, or maybe at the end of this season, so that should be a very interesting one to see how those two battle it out. And Paraguay want me, another South American team. It's a bit of a strange one. Again, I reject that one. And let's move on to the multi-scouting update. Let's see who we can choose from. That's more like it. Martin Pardo, I think he's called. He looks more like the sort of player that I want to try and sign. I think so, yeah, we'll go with that. We'll try and sign him up into our youth academy. And say Pedro Ramirez has got a decent potential as well. Other than that, though, we'll leave the other 3 players, or the other 2 that I can choose from anyway. And we will continue with the player development, I think. Quickly just sim those and see whether we can have any further upgrades. This just seems to come around so quickly in game. It doesn't feel like 2 seconds since I was just doing this. But Dragowski again having one of his attributes going up, but not enough to see an upgrade in overall, obviously. And now to the Newcastle game. Okay, this is the team that I'm going to be playing with to come up against Newcastle. No huge changes, there's only really one, and that's bringing in a centre-back. I'm taking out basically Robert Huth because his form's dropped a little bit, and he has struggled in a couple of the few games that I've played in recent times. So I've dropped him onto the bench, and I've brought in a different centre-back. 75 overall though, so he does look very good. And I don't think I'm even going to try and pronounce his name, to be honest. But he does look a very good player. I brought him back. He was out on loan, one of the Italian teams, I think, but I brought him back into the side, and he does seem to be a very good player. Also got Demarai Gray on the left-hand side as well. So other than that, I think it's pretty much the team you'd expect. And let's move on to playing the Newcastle game. It is an away match, so it could be a little bit tougher. Here we go, tough game for us, but we desperately need the 3 points. We have struggled slightly, obviously, as we changed it to world class. We started very well, but obviously it is very tough to get decent results on world class. So we're going to hopefully try and do that and get ourselves 3 points in this game. And we're losing 1-0 after 4 minutes. Oh my god, what a start that is. They've already scored. Is it Papi Cisse? I don't really know, to be honest. Yes, it is. But it's basically, I'm going to put it down to Demarai Gray. This header is awful. Heads it right out onto the edge of the box. I mean, you want to head it away out wide somewhere from that position. And from there, we just couldn't get enough bodies in front to block the ball. So we're losing after 4 minutes. Not a great start at all, that one. Vardy to have a shot. Oof, nearly the bottom left-hand corner. Okazaki looking for Jamie Vardy. It's a great chance and not a great shot. Should have been on his right foot across his body. Okazaki looking for Jamie Vardy. That's a great ball yet again. Vardy. Oh, my days. And that is it for the first half. Still losing the game 1-0 somehow. No idea how we are losing this match. We've had so many decent chances. Not taking them. We are going to keep it exactly the same though. And we'll probably make some changes if it doesn't improve. Vardy. Through to Danny Drinkwater. This must be a good chance. Off the post. How many chances are we going to have? And another one we should have scored from. Still losing the game 1-0. Anybody wants to head that? Maybe not. Okay, we're going to have to make some changes. We're going to take off Okazaki, who hasn't been very good really this game. And we're going to bring on Ezekiel and see how he gets on. We're also going to bring on Amati, take off Danny Drinkwater. And the final change, I think, will be to bring on... I think Traore. I'm going to have to try and do something. And I think it's going to have to be Traore that comes on. A little bit risky, that one, obviously, because he's not very fast. But I'm hoping his height will help us going forward. That is it. We've lost the game 1-0. Pretty much the worst performance I've ever seen, actually, from this group of players. It was very, very poor. Nobody seemed to want the ball. And everyone was all over the place. We should have won the game 2-1, probably. Maybe even 3-1. But we didn't, and again we've dropped points, and again we've lost another match. Don't know how. Again, an awful performance, absolutely dreadful. In fact, I mean, it was terrible. It really was awful. Kante was rubbish. In fact, he was really, really bad. Amati when he came on was awful. Traore wasn't very good at all, and yeah, a really bad performance. And that's one of the main reasons why I've been reluctant to go on the world class and kind of been on world class a little bit before, and then change back to professional because the players just aren't the same at all. It's ridiculous, really, but we are going to continue on world class. Apologies, though, if that means we will get some awful results like that one, but that's just the way it is, sadly. And yeah, we'll move on to the Man United game, try and forget that one now, and let's see whether we can get ourselves a good result against Man United. Okay, so this is the team that I've gone with to play against Man United. Basically, I've brought in a few different players. I've brought in Schlupp at left-back, also Camarasa at centre-mid, and Ezekiel at centre attacking mid with Dyer on the right-hand side, and I think other than that, the rest of the team stays the same. So quite a few changes, I suppose, against Man United. So taking off Kante, who still doesn't return for this game. Mahrez gets dropped as well alongside Okazaki, and yeah, there are a few players missing out this game. Got to change it around though if it wasn't working, and it really didn't in that last game. Let's see how this set of players go, and hopefully get a better result against Man United. Through to Jamie Vardy. It's an early chance for us. Can we try and get anybody in behind here? It's Demarai Gray, and he should really get a touch on the ball a bit earlier than he did. Dyer this time to put the ball to Jamie Vardy. Surely a corner. Can't be Vardy that touched that one. It is a corner. Do we have anyone that can take this? I suppose Camarasa will have to do. Not loads of height in there, but we've got Gray who's trying to win it. Didn't quite get his head on it, but a decent start from us yet again. But I suppose we just need to get ourselves a goal. I'm not really bothered if we play well at the start. I want to try and get an early goal, if anything. Gray's in there, and he's beating Fellaini to it, but Romeo saves comfortably. That's it for the first half. Still drawing the game 0-0. We are going to have to make some changes. Again, another pretty poor first half. And we're going to have to take off Ezekiel, who has been awful. So let's bring on Traore. We have got the ball out wide quite a few times, but we had no height. No doubt this half we won't get the ball out wide as many times, no doubt. Now I've got Traore on. But we'll wait and see how we get on. And we'll have to just kind of see from there, I suppose. Mahrez, I'm tempted to bring on the left-hand side, but we'll leave it for now and see how we get on. Okay, we are going to take off Camarasa, and we're going to bring on Armati. We need someone to deal with... what the hell's happening? Now we need someone to deal with Fellaini. He's just completely dominating our whole midfield. We also have to make another change, I think. We're not going to win at this rate. We're not going to get anything at this rate. To be honest, it's been another awful game. Kante, Mahrez or Okazaki. I don't think I can really bring on Kante. It's not his sort of match, this one, I don't think. And Mahrez, I suppose we could put in some good crosses. I think it's going to have to be Mahrez. Okazaki was awful in the previous game. So we are going to have to do that and see whether that improves us. But at this rate, we're not going to get anything out of this match. Can we have a good ball in, please, Dyer? It's not too bad to short cross, but it's over. Actually out for another corner somehow. We're going to get Mahrez to take this one, just to get an in-swinger in there. See whether we can find anybody's head, but Traore stood right next to the keeper, which isn't where you want him. You want him on the edge of the box, or in the box, on the penalty spot. Armati, for some reason, is really far forward. Armati to shoot, gets blocked. Oh, another good chance for us. I don't really know what's happening in this game. Everyone's all over the place. It seems like Danny Drinkwater's playing right mid. Armati seems to be playing up front. It's a really weird game. And Traore couldn't care less about winning back the ball. He really is awful in game. He's only good at heading, really. And he still isn't getting in the box enough. Can we find him here? Traore at the back post. Finally. Finally it's worked. We've got a goal. 88th minute. Oh, could we actually get 3 points from this match? Oh my days. Well, we don't deserve that at all, but it makes up for the Newcastle game, I suppose, where we should have got 3 points from. Oh my days, how that has happened, I've no idea. It's the first thing Traore's done, and it's the first thing anybody's really done, to be honest. Now we just have to see out this game. It's going to be tough. That is it, we've won the game 1-0. They did have the ball an hour and a half for a little bit there, but they didn't really have too many chances. How we've got 3 points from that, I've got absolutely no idea. An awful, awful game from both sides. When the match highlights are just literally Kasper Schmeichel's saves, you know it has been a bad game. That is literally it, other than the Traore goal. So, yeah, there's not too many highlights, really, to be shown from that match. But we've got the 3 points, that's the main thing. And somehow we've got the 3 points anyway. And that will be it for this episode, I think. Yes, that is it for this episode. We are finishing the episode in 6th place at the moment on 22 points from 14 games. Not good enough, really. Even though we are 6th, which isn't terrible. We're above Man City, Arsenal, Man United, Spurs or Liverpool. But still not good enough, really, for my liking. 4 losses after 14 games isn't good enough. But we will continue, obviously, to try and get some more points. We somehow beat United. No idea, but we've got ourselves a result. Swansea, Chelsea, Everton, Liverpool, Man City follow, which is going to be very tough for us. But like I say, that is it for this episode. Thank you for, very much for watching. If you do know this, then please get the thumbs up button and also go ahead and subscribe. Let's try and hit 20 likes on this episode. And yes, I'll see you next time. Thank you for watching and goodbye.